We are asking support from our Shaykh, inshallah. Always. He is our rope that we are holding on to. He is the rope of Allah. Hold on and do not separate. This is the order. And we're asking whatever that is necessary for us to send to us. We should begin by renewing our faith, renewing our shahadat, saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The shahadat. Say it as much as you can. Everything is protecting that shahadat. Your prayers, your zakat, your fasting is protecting that testimony of faith. Declaring that there is only Allah. Whatever name you want to call Him, that one. Nothing in this world that Allah has created is declaring lordship except for the ego of man. Nothing else. No, although man is saying bird is God, mountain is God, rat is God. None of these creatures ever claim to be. They understand that they are a creature. Except for the ego of man, that by declaring all these other things as gods also is another trick that he's playing to himself. Because saying, if I can make a god, I am more powerful than a god. Correct? This is what the ego is saying. If I can make it, I can break it. I'm actually the creator of my creator. Ego is claiming. So leave all that. Our ego is the one that is declaring lordship. And Islam came with that shahadat to say, no lords, no ilah, no gods except for Allah. How are we going to reach to that understanding? Don't sleep. Suddenly sohbat going on, he's sleeping. How do you reach to that understanding? You are going to go according to how Allah has sent His most beloved one here to teach you how to return to Him. He says, pray. How are you going to pray? He says, pray as I pray. Give zakat when the time comes. Praying, going up and down. 5 times a day, you stop yourself, all activities for a few minutes, you stop yourself, go renew your wudu. You stop yourself. What are you doing? Putting everything aside to say, I'm coming back to you. Reminding yourself, isolating yourself by movement, by energy, by thinking. You are my Lord. I'm returning back to you. 5 times a day, very specific times. When the world is changing, when the sun is changing, when the light is changing, when your bodies are also changing. So you pray. And now, our third pillar. We give zakat or we fast first? Yeah? You don't remember? You don't even know? Iqamu salah, wita'u. We're saying it every Fajr time. So zakat, what it means now, zakat? 2 things that is most important to mankind. There's some, they are making idols from that, ideas. Idol just doesn't mean a thing or qualities of a thing. It can also mean your philosophy, and you make it into a thing, or your ideology, and you make it to something that you worship. Two things very important to man. One is time. Correct? Time. That some people, they worship time. They say, I like longevity. Billions of people worshiping that. And the second, they're worshiping what? Wealth. Correct? Wealth. So the wealth, it is in zakat. And what Islam is teaching us, the wealth that you have, it does not come from you. It doesn't belong to you. The wealth that you have, that you earn, that Allah has decreed for you even before He has created you, it is for you, that is given to you, but it is not part of you. It is not part of you. Don't get too close to it. Don't get too attached to it. That in it is the rights of others. That if you don't give the rights, you're working hard, you earn the money, whatever it is, halal way, legal way, everything is clean, still it doesn't belong to you 100% until you clean it. And this is just according to law. According to law, you have to give 1/40th part, your zakat. According to Shariat. But according to tariqat, you understand now it really doesn't belong to you. Which tariqat we belong to? Qadiri, Mevlevi, the tariqat of Siddiq al-Akbar. Who is Siddiq al-Akbar? Abu Bakr Siddiq. What did he do with all his wealth? He says, it belongs to you, Ya Rasulullah. He didn't say it belongs to Allah. Because Allah is represented by that Prophet. He says it belongs to you. He says, you love nothing? He says, I leave Allah and His Prophet. Meaning now, himself, he's saying, I also claim. When you give everything, you can claim Allah and His Prophet. He says, when I claim Allah and His Prophet, he's also speaking in that way, it is also not for me. Understand now the depth, how heavy it is, his words are. You left nothing, Prophet saying, for your family, for your children, for your wife. I left Allah and His Prophet for them, not even for himself. These things are supposed to make us to turn away from this dunya back to our return to Allah. Because when mankind forget where they come from, they think that this world is all that there is. They start worshipping to this world, worshipping to themselves, and think that they're going to live forever. Knowing that they're going to die, they will do everything that they can to keep alive, to stay alive, even if it means destroying other things. What is that? Keep all that away. So now, zakat, it is a pillar. Now what happens then when you are not so attached to your zakat, to your money? Now you can come to an understanding that whatever that is given to you here in this world, not only it belongs to other people also, but your reality is not this. Your reality is not the money. That doesn't give you identity. Your reality is not your looks. Your reality is not your body. Your reality is not your senses. Your reality also is not how you feel. One day you feel like this, another day you feel a different way. And what is it that is going to teach us that we are separate from all of this? Allah is saying, fast. Fast. Oh, I cannot because I have to drink water. Fast. You realize, oh, I don't have to drink that water. So where is my strength coming from? Oh, I don't have to eat. I don't have to do this. The energy comes when actually I start pulling myself away from all the physical things that I identify myself with. And I start thinking, then I must come from somewhere. I must come from somewhere. And I'm going back to somewhere. You fast 1 month, a year, and you're saying to your ego, not necessary. No. You go through that training, now you're starting to ask questions. And the order next is to go to the Hajj. Where when you go to the Hajj, you say what? The one zikr that you do. All Wahhabis say don't do zikr, don't do this, don't do that. But for the Hajj, for 1400 years, never stop. You make the zikr. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Here I am, O my Lord. Here I am at your service. You're saying, here I am, here I am, here I am. And that whole Hajj, completely, it's covering, containing everything that you do, from saying the shahadat, to praying, through fasting, through zakat. And it is saying, I'm pulling myself away and I'm returning back to you. All of this is to protect your shahadat. If you don't have all these things, your shahadat will not be protected. It will mean nothing. It will be stolen from you. It's not just a belief, like they say. Just believe. Close your eyes really, really hard and believe. It's not a belief like that. What are you, children? What are you watching, Peter Pan? Clap, clap, clap. Clap very hard, and then everything is going to come back alive again. If you only believe, it's not. Every belief is by action. Every belief is not only by the action, but by the actions that pleases your Lord, and it doesn't please your ego. Then your belief is going to be strong. That time, good times happening, you're not going to get too carried away. Bad times that is happening to you, you're not going to get carried away. Not like today, a little bad time happening to you, you don't like it, immediately they say, I have anxiety. Why? Something happened to me today. You ever hear 124,000 prophets that they went through so much in their life, they ever say they have anxiety? Just because your heart is moving a little bit and is not liking it, now what are you going to do? You're going to pop a pill? A believer's life is filled with anxiety. It is. Because how comfortable can you be sleeping next to your enemy? A believer understands this world is your enemy. The believer understands Shaitan is out there. The believer understands your ego is inside. The believer is always in a state, not of anxiety where it deteriorates you, but the kind of wakefulness that you say, I have to be conscious and awake not to let my enemies to destroy me, because this is their plan. And when he does that, he becomes very sharp. He's going to work. He's going to listen. He's going to understand. And he's going to seek for that kind of understanding. He's going to find people who's going to give that kind of understanding. He's going to be in their association. He's going to ask. He's going to be alive. That is what sustains him. This is what is going to keep him alive. It's not your work that keeps you alive. It's not your families that keep you alive. It's not your wives. It's not your children. It's not how people are going to praise you that keeps you alive. It is how you keep Allah in your heart, the shahadat in your heart, and you're protecting that. Be in the company of those that they are remembering Allah. Learn from them. Ask. Be in their company. Don't be in their company dead. Don't be in their company robotically. They don't like it also. One day they're going to stop giving sohbat because nobody's asking. We can see who is wanting, who is running. You're not. One day they stop. One day they will go. They will find somewhere else that they can give sohbat to. They find no one else who is going to listen to the sohbat, they will go to the cemetery to give. You've heard these words so many times from our Effendi, Sahib al-Saif. Hear it from me. Don't get too busy. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.